Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today, we're going to take a look at Chapter 13 of Doron Dororon, and we've got a new character introduced. So, this will be a spoiler review. We'll do a short spoiler-free section, and a longer spoiler section after that. So, this chapter really illustrates how you can build a character that displays multiple or a single or even multiple very tropey, very common personality traits, but still have them be a good character. And that is in giving them flaws that are not just in spite of or beside their good character points, their strengths, but giving them flaws that are the natural outcome of having an overabundance of this one particular strength. In this case, we have a character who is agreeable. Too agreeable, in fact. Someone who will get into relationships and end up getting stuck in even an abusive relationship because they are so emotionally devoted to the other person that they can't break away. This manifests in a very, of course, shonen way, because this is, after all, shonen jump manga. It knows what it is, and it's not trying to break out of those tropes. But we have a character who is, in many respects, almost too good to be true. A character who could very easily fall into the flawless character who is completely bland without any taste trope. But the character doesn't. And of course, we've only seen this character in one chapter, so we don't know how this character's character is going to develop over time. But we have a really good starting point. So this character is, like I said, extremely agreeable, liked by everybody, wants to be liked by everybody, and extremely passionate, eager. This is the kind of guy, you want to invite out for drinks, you want to invite over for dinner, you want to have fun with. But he is so agreeable that we see him, even in just this one chapter, getting stuck in relationships that lead to negative consequences. This is the kind of guy who, once having given his allegiance to an institution, might in fact go on to do terrible things because he would not question his allegiance to the institution. This is the kind of character who would get trapped in like I said, a very bad relationship because they can't bear the thought of leaving the relationship. This is also a character who is probably so utterly confident in their own rightness, so utterly confident in their own righteousness, that this could lead them to hurt the people around them or to be very inconsiderate of the people around them. And this is just a very good example of how to build your flaws logically into the character. For most people, that which is their greatest strength also becomes their greatest weakness if it gets overdeveloped. And this chapter just wonderfully illustrates that. So, that was the spoiler-free review. I guess minor spoilers. Spoiler that we did get a new character, and that character got a lot of development, but that hardly counts as a spoiler. Alright, let's go and look at the spoilers. While you are clicking away, I will give you the time to click away by telling you to hit the links below the video to check out my books, Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, and Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote. Also, all my animatics are now up on Rumble, BitChute, and Odysee. The links are also below the cut in the video, and these are alternatives to YouTube because you never know. Bless Shonen Jump's heart, you never know when they're going to come after you for a strike for using their images. So I'm building up presences on those other ones. I've had a BitChute account for over a year now, and my manga videos especially get almost as many views on BitChute as they do on YouTube, which I was surprised and happy with. I have had a Rumble account for a few weeks now, and I just opened my Odysee account. But all the videos are up there, so you can go check them out and see if you like them. Alright, now back to the fully spoiler section of the review. So we get introduced to a character, and the entire opening first page is just giving us a feel for this character by how this character reacts with the other samurai and how the other samurai reacts to him. So we have this character, Toda. Well liked, probably not the best fighter, a competent fighter, a highly intelligent fighter, but probably not the strongest because we haven't heard him referenced in that context before. But unlike the extremely intense and focused characters that we've seen before now, this is the guy in the office that everybody seems to like. He's welcomed back cheerfully. He helps the less experienced, lower level samurai with their training. He cooks. He's good at home cooking. This is a very friendly guy. The guy who is a people pleaser. He likes people, and he likes people to like him. And so that characters like that, they can often come off as one-dimensional, but we get another dimension. This is a character who obsesses about things, and what he is obsessing about is our main character, Dora. And so he hunts down Dora and confronts him, and we get some backstory that's this really should have been foreshadowed in earlier chapters, but the manga is still young. We got to cut the mangaka a little slack. It does feel a little bit awkward. Now, from the perspective of the main character, from Dora, this guy popping up out of nowhere is part of his character development because Dora does not remember him. That's a major element of their relationship. Dora barely remembers the existence of this guy and just considered him a nuisance back in the day, whereas this guy has been absolutely obsessed with Dora ever since Dora, beat the snot out of him a couple times. It's a little more complicated than that. But this character has every hallmark of a completely forgettable character, and yet he's not, at least not yet. We'll see how his character goes as it advances through the manga. So this character was friends with a less than honorable character, one of the bullies who Dora challenged in his youth. And this character was fully capable of recognizing that his friend was a bully, but still stayed loyal to this bully, even to the point of fighting Dora over it. And this is a very interesting dynamic, and I am concerned, excited. I anticipate that this will tell into future character development, because clearly it looks like I'm not sure yet, it hasn't said exactly where Toda's loyalties lie, but it seems that he's very loyal to the code of the samurai in the context of this manga, to the samurai organization. And if the organization is into anything sketchy, and what big militaristic organization isn't in a manga, this would make Toda the perfect iron fist of corporate injustice. If Toda fully believes in the righteousness of what they're doing, this is the kind of guy who would commit great crimes for the greater good, as it said in Hot Fuzz. So, I half hope, half don't hope that that's where this is going. I don't know if Doron Dororon is a dark enough manga to go there. We'll see. It's hard to say. The other main plot point, we all saw this coming. I'm not even really going to address the main plot point. It turns out that Toda, with his ability to teach, is the one who allows Dora and Kusanagi to figure out that in order for Dora to use supernatural energy, he has to get it from somewhere else. And then, of course, the obvious source of that supernatural energy is Kusanagi. And we get Dora's unique physiology referenced again, that thing where he has no supernatural energy, but there's something different about him other than just, because it looks like not having any supernatural energy is just a thing that crops up in the population. It's not that weird in this universe, but that there is something weird about Dora, be it that he was tainted by the Mononoke that killed his mother when he was little, or who knows. But anyway, they've cleared this hurdle and it's on to training and the next step. So, and Toda was the one who facilitated that. I really look forward to Toda's character development. The other thing is that the problem of Dora not having any supernatural energy and therefore being unable to shield himself was solved very quickly with just a few beats of effort in the time frame of the manga, even though Dora and Kusanagi were working on it pretty hard in universe. And the ease with which they solve the problem is directly lampshaded, spinning an entire panel with Toda's reaction to how easily they solve the problem. So I don't know what they're doing with the mangaka directly lampshading how easy it was for them to solve that problem. Maybe it's just the mangaka sticking a pin in that and saying, well, maybe I'll make a major plot point out of this later. Well, we'll see. All right, so those are my thoughts on Doron Dororon, Chapter 13. What do you think? Hit that like and subscribe button, and peace out, my wonderful viewers.
Humans are weird. We took a vote, and humans are weird. I have the data. 2 books in a series of human absurdity. Go check out these short story collections. What will our little green friends think of us when we finally do make it to space? Find out the answer in 2 books of human absurdity. Humans are weird, we took a vote, and Humans are weird, I have the data. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo and Google Play.